Well, hello everybody. Amy Porterfield here. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I'm excited to get started. We have a lot to cover, so I'm not going to waste much time. We're going to jump in just a minute. But before we do that, I would love your help. I have worked for so many weeks on this workshop, and I want to let as many people as possible know about this free workshop. So if you wouldn't mind, will you go to my Facebook page? Just go to facebook.com/Amy Porterfield, facebook.com/Amy Porterfield, and you'll see this post right here. You see this post on my screen where it's talking about the webinar? I would greatly appreciate it if you'd share it for me. And then I'm going to pop something up here where you can probably see your name and your face when you share it. So all you need to do is click this share button right there. See that share link? Click share. And when you do that, I'm clicking like crazy. I need to slow down here. When you do that, you can actually share it on your page or your profile, and you can write something here, something like, I'm excited to get going on this Facebook workshop, join us, whatever you want to say there. Say something real quick if you'd like, and then click share link. And when you do that, I'm going to refresh my page, and we're going to see your name and face probably pop up here in just a second. Now there's going to be 1,000 people on this webinar, so you're going to get a little exposure here in a minute. And I just want to say thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. It just helps me get the word out a little bit more. And if you do webinars, I suggest you definitely encourage people to share. It just really helps get that word out. So just a little tip there. We haven't even gotten started. I've already started with my little strategies for you. So we're going to get going in just a second. Let's see here. So if I click share or show shares, here we go. So these are from yesterday. Let's go. Oh, here we go. 5 seconds ago. Amber, Tupperware by Tabitha. Say that 5 times fast. That's a tough one. Really cute. I like that. Anna, welcome. Let's see. Let's go down a little bit. Here we go. Gigi, thank you so much for sharing. New Health News. Appreciate it. In Plain Sight Marketing. I know who you guys are. Good to see ya. Let's see here. Andrea, thank you so much. And if we do it one more time. Give me a sec. We're going to get some new shares in there. Just want to give everyone a little exposure before we get going. If you're just jumping on, we are going to be starting in 1 minute. I just see so many people getting on. I want to make sure everyone's on. Holy cow, that was a big jump. Almost 100 people just shared within a few seconds. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Sherry, hello. I know, Sherry. Good to see you. There's Robert again, but that was from yesterday. Let's see here. Here we go. Amy Mack. Hello, Amy Mack. How are you? Really appreciate it. So let's see here. Moonwalk Design, Infinite Business, Grow Moxie Media. I like it. Samantha, so great. Thank you so much. John, welcome, John. I'm excited that you're here too. Beverly, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the shares, everybody. Means so much to me. It just helps me get that word out. And we're going to get started. So let's go ahead. I'm going to stop showing my screen for just a second. And I'm going to bring up my other screen so we can get right into it. So let's see here. Give me a sec. Just want to make sure everything's shut down so that you will not get any delay from me. So let's see here. Okay, I think we're good to go. One more shutdown. Some things popped up. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm going to show my screen. Let's see here. Okay, and okay, so you all should be able to see my screen now. Let's just wait a second. There we go. So welcome everybody. Thank you so very much for being here. I am delighted that you're here with me today, and I know your time is valuable. You can't get it back, so I will make sure that I make every minute of the session worth it to you. Now, sometimes this little thing pops up and I cannot advance my slides. So give me one. You can't see it, but I can, so 1 second. Because I can't move my slides if that's up. So here we go. How to create an easy to implement Facebook marketing plan that really works. So if you want to share this on social media or talk about something you learned today, you can use the hashtag FBWorkshop. That way I can scroll through a little later and see what everyone has to say, and I can say hello as well. So you can use hashtag FBWorkshop. So before we get started today, we have to talk about that elephant in the room. And I'm sure you know what it is, right? Here's the deal. Organic reach is down and Facebook changes all the time. And I'm sure you felt the frustration as well. Let me mute my mic here. I'm sure you felt the frustration where you learn something new on Facebook, you start implementing it, and a week later, they completely change it on you. And I know that's frustrating, and I also know that it's hard to get ahead in your business when this happens. Also, with that, with organic reach being down, it's really tough to get your post out into the newsfeed. So because of that, someone's typing, so if someone could mute someone, we've got a crazy typer on here. But because organic reach is down, it's really hard to get out into the newsfeed. And so I'm going to show you some strategies today, how to get out into the newsfeed in a way that you don't have to pay tons of money to get there, but you're getting that exposure that you really need. I'm also going to show you how to create a Facebook marketing plan that will actually stand on its own even when Facebook changes. I'm going to show you how to create a Facebook marketing plan that's built around your unique business and the core strengths of your business, as well as the needs of your customer, in order to help you with getting big results on Facebook even when Facebook changes. So I'm going to show you how I do that, and I'm actually going to show you snippets of a Facebook marketing plan so you can really see how that works. So here's what you're going to learn. I'm going to show you how to take all the strategies you've learned about Facebook marketing and put them together in a seamless plan that works for you. Also, I'll take you behind the scenes with me to show you how I've used a simple yet effective marketing plan to see big results. I'm going to show you how to get more quality fans, because I know all of us need more quality fans to get a bigger return on our Facebook investment of time and money. How to use images to engage with your fans on Facebook. And also how to grow your email list quickly. Now I'm also going to show you the foolproof way to make money on Facebook. Don't ever listen to anybody who tells you that you can't make money on Facebook. But I think I might surprise you a little bit with how I actually do it. It's a little bit different than you've probably been taught in the past. So I want you to have an open mind, and I think you're really going to be surprised how easy this strategy is. So the way I teach my students how to create a Facebook marketing plan is I break it up into 3 phases. So if you wanted to create your own Facebook marketing plan, this is one really easy way to do it so it doesn't feel so overwhelming. First, we start with the attraction phase. And in this phase, we're going to map out how you're going to get more quality fans. In the next phase, we're going to talk about promoting. And in the promotion phase, we're going to talk about how to turn those fans into leads and grow your email list. And the last phase is selling. We're going to figure out how to put a plan together so you can turn those leads into actual customers. Sounds like a good plan, right? So we're going to go through each of these in this training today. Now, some of you might have received a workbook in advance, and I have to tell you, I've been working on this workshop for weeks now, and I started to deliver it yesterday. Yesterday was my first big free workshop, and I noticed there was just some things in it that I could make better. I just knew there was a better way to teach it. So you're actually getting even something better than I taught yesterday, and yesterday went over really well. So the reason I tell you this is because sometimes when you're marketing, you just got to change things if they don't feel right. And so I made things better last night. That means, though, that the workbook you have is probably going to be a little bit off. I apologize for that, but I will make it up in strategy today, so it will be well worth it. So if you do have that workbook, it might be a little tough to follow. Some of it still is very appropriate, but some of it might be a little off. Just want to warn you so you don't get confused. No worries there, though. It will definitely be worth your time. So if you've never been on a workshop with me, I want to take 1 minute and tell you a little bit about why I teach Facebook marketing. Now, I started my marketing career with Harley-Davidson motorcycles. I am not a biker chick by any means, but I was there during their 100th anniversary, and it was a really cool place to be learning marketing because their fans, their customers, are fanatics. I mean, they tattoo the logo on their body. How would you like your customers to tattoo your logo on their body? Kind of weird, right? So I was at a perfect place to be to learn how to market and tell your brand story. When I left there, it was a little bit of a shell shock. I started to work for peak performance coach Tony Robbins, and I traveled the world with Tony for about 6.5 years as the director of content development. This is kind of a funny picture. We were filming Tony's very last infomercial in Fiji with Tom Selleck, Magnum PI of all people. Very weird, I know. It was an amazing experience and I learned a lot. So what I did is I took everything Tony taught me about starting a business and I started consulting on my own. My first big customer was Social Media Examiner. You might know Mike Stelzner of Social Media Examiner. He hired me to start building up his Facebook community. And that's where I fell in love with Facebook. We went from 0 to 30,000 fans in that first year. And this was a few years ago when that really wasn't common to grow a fan base that quickly. I documented everything that worked and everything that didn't. And that's what I teach today. I also co-authored the book, Facebook Marketing All-in-One for Dummies. So to say the least, I pretty much sleep, breathe, eat Facebook marketing. And what I know works is what I'm sharing with you today. So let's talk about Facebook, what Facebook is and what Facebook is not, because it's really important that you look at Facebook in a very specific way if you want to see big results. Now, the thing is, this might take a little bit of a mindset shift. And the reason I say that is because Facebook has changed so much and so many people are complaining about it, to be honest. But what I say is let them complain, because if you start looking at Facebook in a new way, you're the one that is going to reap the benefits. You have to remember, there are over 1 billion Facebook users, the biggest social media out there, or social media platform out there. And the thing is, every single day, 700 million people are showing up daily, some of them multiple times a day. You have a captive audience. We just need to figure out how to tap into that. And that's what I want you to really understand today. So Facebook, what is it? Well, first and foremost, it is truly a smart investment. Sure, Facebook says you're going to have to start to pay to play. And some of that is true, but there still are some very, very strategic moves you can make on Facebook that are completely free and that will get you results. So I'm going to share with you today the free and the paid strategies that you can use to get bigger results on Facebook. But you do want to look at it as an investment, because if you put money into it, you can get more money out of it every single day. Every single day I do this. I make money with my Facebook efforts. And I'm going to show you how I do that. But I just want you to remember that it is very doable, even for a small business, a coach, a consultant, a speaker. This is very doable. I also look at Facebook as a place to build trust, authority, and a place where I start conversations. This is where I build my relationships. The reason why I have such a huge email list today and a really strong following, a dedicated following, is because I show up daily, I have those conversations, and I listen. So don't take that for granted. Don't think that that's not a big piece of the puzzle. Those conversations you're having on Facebook today could turn into customers tomorrow. I'll show you how. Most importantly, you got to pay attention to this one, because this is what the whole workshop's built on. Facebook is a place where you turn your fans into leads. And if you turn those fans into leads, you are taking advantage of Facebook to the point that you are going to see really big opportunities come your way. Because when you grow your email list, you start to make more money. There's just no doubt about it. When it's a quality email list, you will start to make more money. So if you start looking at Facebook as a place that you connect with your fans and you turn them into leads, that is the way that you see results. Now, Facebook is not, and I know this is going to be a little disappointing, but you probably already know this. Facebook is not a platform where you post links to sales pages and you see instant results. Unfortunately, that's not the way it works. And it doesn't really work that way on any social media site. But if you let go of this concept here and you start using Facebook in a different way, you're going to start to see bigger results than you ever would if you posted a link to a sales page on Facebook. I can promise you that. So I want you to start looking at Facebook in a very specific way. When it comes to attracting fans and turning those fans into leads, as I mentioned, we're going to do that inside of Facebook. When it comes to prospects and customers, we're going to take that outside of Facebook and use email marketing. Now, You probably aren't on many Facebook marketing workshops where someone says, I'm going to talk to you about email marketing. But the two go hand in hand, and they're extremely powerful when you put them together. So I'm going to show you how to put those two together. And I'm even going to show you 3 examples of emails that I use right now in my email sequence after I get a Facebook lead. I'm going to show you the exact email so you can copy it and make it your own for your business. The way I teach best is if I show you a bunch of examples. I could tell you all day what to do, but if you don't see them, it's really hard to really conceptualize what you should be doing. So get ready for a bunch of examples because I'm going to be throwing them at you left and right so that you really understand what you can do on Facebook to get results today. So I want to tell you what Facebook marketing has looked like for me. And so I think you might find some similarities here with your own business in terms of how you could use Facebook. So since I've been promoting on Facebook, my webinars are always full. And if you're ever interested in building an audience to, let's say, lead them to a webinar or a training or an event or just a giveaway, Facebook is a place you can do that. So I've had up to 13,000 people sign up for just one webinar. But because GoToWebinar doesn't hold that many people, I had to have the same webinar a bunch of times. That is a really good quality problem. I've increased my 2011 six-figure revenue by 118%. And then from 2012 to 2013 by 300%. Pretty good stuff, right? My entire business foundation is built on Facebook marketing free strategies and Facebook marketing paid strategies. I'll show you what I do. And my Facebook efforts help me build my email list by thousands every single month. I'm going to give you a lot of list building strategies today if you're interested in building your email list as well. So this is how I've used Facebook. In my business, I live and die by specific strategies and systems. I figure out what's working and then I repeat them often. I don't usually create tons of new stuff and chase that shiny feature Facebook just added or use that bell and whistle that Facebook's promoting today. I pretty much stick to what I know works in my business and repeat it over and over again. I'm telling you, that takes out so much stress, confusion, and overwhelm with Facebook. In addition, I've used Facebook to build a community of almost 80,000 fans, but my success goes well beyond my fans. I figured out how to attract fans who are genuinely excited to become my clients and customers. And I do it with a Facebook marketing plan. So a Facebook marketing plan, it starts with Facebook, but it encompasses so much more. What I teach you today about creating a Facebook marketing plan, you can use these strategies on Pinterest, on Twitter, on YouTube, and in so many other areas of your business. Remember, I'm building your Facebook marketing plan on your business, your core strengths and your customers' needs versus just on the Facebook platform. That is why it continues to work over and over again. So I have to say, it's not all about business, right? The reason why I had a big kick in the pants to get Facebook to start really working for me and producing revenue is because a few years ago, my husband was 38 years old at the time, and he came to me and said, I want to leave my job and I want to become a firefighter. And I'm thinking in my head, are you crazy? You're 38 years old. At the time, I'm in California, and when you want to become a firefighter in California, you're like 19, 20, 21 years old, and it's highly competitive. So, but I couldn't tell my husband that. I wanted to, support him. So we made an agreement that he quit his job, and for 3 years, I supported our family based on my consulting and my online program sales that I promoted on Facebook. My strategy supported our family, and I'm happy to say just last year he became a San Diego firefighter, which is really exciting because our son Cade got to see his dad go for a really big dream, and I think that's going to stay with him forever. So it was an amazing, amazing time to see my husband become a firefighter, but it was really stressful at the time. So I had to get really smart with how I use Facebook to make money. And so that fueled me, and that's why I love to teach what I do today. So we've got to stay one step ahead of Facebook. We can't let Facebook frustrate us or stress us out too much because there definitely is a way of staying in front of Facebook so that we can optimize our efforts. So I'll say it one more time and then we're going to get into our strategies. You want to create a Facebook marketing plan with the foundation of the plan built on your business's unique strengths and your audience's core needs, and not 100% reliant on specific features on Facebook. So they make changes, and we just kind of laugh and say, no problem, we've got our foundation already built. We'll make a few small tweaks and it will work just as fine. That's where I want to get you today. So again, I use a smart mix of free and paid Facebook strategies. It's not all about the paid, it's not all about the free. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the 3 quick fan attraction strategies you can implement instantly. Now, this first one is that I want to encourage you to use a like box or a like button in really unexpected ways. Now, if you've never used a like box before, it looks just like this. If you went to my website, it's in the right-hand column and the right side column, and this is why a like box works really well. If someone comes to your website, let's say they're reading your blog, they're checking out your about page, all that good stuff, and they see this box, if they're logged into Facebook, which most of us are logged in every minute, if they're logged into Facebook, they'll see pictures of their friends that are also a fan of your page. If maybe their fans aren't a fan of your page yet, they'll just see other pictures, but Facebook knows to show the right pictures if there is a connection. So I might come to your Facebook, or I might come to your website, see your Facebook like box and think, oh, that's my friend Mike. And so if Mike likes your page, I'll probably like it too. We have similarities in common. So then I'll click the like button. When someone clicks the like button in your like box on your website, they never leave your website, because we do not need to be sending traffic back to Facebook, right? They've got enough traffic of their own. We want to keep our traffic on our website. People click the like box, and next time they jump on Facebook, which will probably be pretty soon, the next time they jump on Facebook, they'll likely see you in their newsfeed. So now you're showing up everywhere where it matters to them. You want warm leads or warm contacts to become your Facebook fans, because it's so much easier to convert them to customers versus a cold audience that has no idea who you are. They see you on Facebook, well, they just happen to be on your website. There's a connection there. So this like box works really, really well. I encourage you to set it up, in the next 24 hours. It's really easy. If you have a WordPress site, all you need to do is Google Facebook like box for WordPress site. It's a plugin, really easy to set up. Also, there's some code if you don't have a WordPress site. A programmer could help you out within like 10 minutes and get it set up and running. Really easy. But we don't stop there. What I want to encourage you to do today is take the like box concept and put it in places that you already received the lead. Meaning, you signed up for this webinar, and when you signed up, I took you to a thank you page that looked just like this. And on my thank you page, I created a video, just a 1-minute video, thanking you for being on, for signing up for my webinar. And then right under the video, as you can see here, it says, like us on Facebook so we can stay connected. Now, if you already were a fan of mine, that like button would be grayed out. If you're not a fan, you can click it and become an instant fan of my Facebook page. By doing this, I've grown my fan base by thousands. As you can see, it says 76,000 there. I'm already almost at, I think, 78,000, maybe a little bit more. This is just in the last few weeks. This really works. So you can actually put a little bit of code on your thank you page to turn that thank you page into a like attraction strategy. Very, very easy. I am not a techie girl by any means, so if I can do this, I promise you, you can. But the best way to get fans is to get someone that's already interested in you that hasn't yet connected with you on Facebook. They're spending much more time on Facebook than they are on your website. So get in front of them more often by building in the like box to places your potential fans are already going to consume your content. Pretty good stuff, right? Really easy and completely free. Here's another way to attract more fans and get more engagement on your Facebook page. You can move your email subscribers to your Facebook page. Now here's the deal. It doesn't matter if you have a really small email list or a really big email list. This will work either way. If you have people on your email list, you definitely want to get in front of them on Facebook regularly, because if they're getting emails from you and seeing you on Facebook, the next time they're ready to purchase something that's related to your business, you're going to be top of mind. That is how social media works. Stay in front of them, be relevant, be valuable. When the time is right, you will come to mind for them. The way you do that here is that you send out an email and you encourage them to leave a comment on your Facebook page. You might have seen me do this in the last few weeks. So what I did is I actually created an email all about Facebook marketing. It was really valuable. I taught some tips inside the email. And at the very end, I said, okay, what I want you to do is I want to hear from you. So here's a question. Answer this question here by clicking on this link and posting on my Facebook page. Now the question was, if you started generating an extra $5,000 a month from Facebook, what would the additional revenue do for you? And I asked, would it, help you go on vacation, get a VA, finish that program you've been working on forever that you want to launch? What would the extra money do for you? This was an emotionally charged question because we all could use a little extra money a month, right? So with this, it made people want to take action. I was pleasantly surprised to see what happened. Over the next few days, I had hundreds, I'm talking hundreds of posts on my Facebook page. And it was really cool because not only did my engagement boost, and when your engagement boosts on your Facebook page, you're going to get out into the news feed more, meaning more people, fans and non-fans, are going to see your content. That's how it works. So we've got to get that engagement up to get more fans. Now the thing is, what I didn't expect to learn is so much about all of you. So if you did get this email and you did participate, thank you so very much. What I learned is that most of you would spend the money on family members or people that really need it more than you, which is pretty incredible. I learned that you want to pay for your son's college. You want to buy your daughter a car. You just want to go on vacation with your family. A lot of you wanted to reinvest it back in your business or pay off some debt that you've had forever and you just want to let go of it. Or you want to buy a new house. There was just so many cool things that all of you want to do if you were able to actually make Facebook work for you and put it on autopilot so you're getting a consistent revenue. What I found out is that could change your life. From these little comments everybody made, it could be life-changing if Facebook would generate revenue for you. And that's why I'm just so passionate about this workshop. When I started to read all of these, I thought, I better give you some strategies that are going to work for you right away. What was really, really unexpected was that posts were coming in weeks later. So I started seeing this post came in a week after I sent the email. People don't read your emails right away, not everybody at least. So you're going to see consistent engagement when you do this over and over again. Get your email audience in the habit of commenting on your Facebook page. It's a great way to boost your engagement. So this next way to get more fans and increase your engagement, because remember they go hand in hand. If you want more fans, the more engagement you have on your page, the more often Facebook pushes you out into the newsfeed. And the newsfeed is where it's at. The newsfeed is where fans and non-fans will get to see your post. When non-fans see your post, they'll see a like button in that post where they can actually like your page. There's a lot of great benefits here, organic traffic that you can get when your engagement goes up. So I'm going to show you the #1 way to get more people to click like, to share, to comment. But before I do that, I have to say this is a perfect time for our workshop. Facebook recently, like within the last few days, came out with a statement that they said, don't ask for the like. Don't bait is the word they use. Don't bait people to engage with you, or we're not going to push your post out into the newsfeed. Now this is a huge bummer because if, let's say you put a really great quote out there, like an image quote, and you say, click like if you agree. This works really well. Marketing 101, we've got to lead people to do what we want them to do. We've got to say, do this. They're more likely to do that. Studies have shown if you ask for the like, you could get up to 57% more likes when you do so. But as we know, Facebook changes a lot. So I feel that it's my job as your trusted Facebook advisor to make sure you know what works right now and what doesn't. Because it changes so often, I don't expect you to stay on top of it. You've got a business to run. I do think it is my job, though, to make sure you know how to take advantage of these changes. So I'm going to address that, the change that just happened days ago, how to get around it to make sure you're still getting that engagement with your posts. So here's the deal. Let's pretend like we're in the newsfeed right now. Remember, the newsfeed is where it's at. It's where people spend the most time on Facebook. They're not coming to your page. They're actually just waiting to see what happens in the newsfeed. So let's pretend like we're scrolling through the news feed, scrolling. Pretend like I'm not going up and down with the same exact 2 slides, but we're just scrolling, and then we come upon an image. This is what grabs your attention. If you don't have an image, I'm going to tell you right now, most likely no one's even going to read your post. This might not have been true a couple months ago. As of today, this is what's working, images. And Facebook has come out to say your image is going to get you out into the newsfeed more. Include images. They want to see that type of engagement in the newsfeed. So let's give Facebook what they want so we can get what we want. We want to get more exposure in the newsfeed. And the reason why this is so important is because when you increase your engagement and you get out into the newsfeed more and you get more fans and you get more engaged fans as well, that means that the next time you post a promotion on Facebook, more people are going to see it. You'll have more fans and you'll have more engagement in the newsfeed. So that means you don't have to pay all the time to get that promotional post seen. You've already done the hard work to get out into the newsfeed anyway, so that post will also get pushed out more. That's how it works. So we've got to kind of build up that engagement for when we do want to promote and sell, we're going to get those posts out into the newsfeed as well. So let's talk about these images. You want images that tell your story, get your message out there, entertain, inspire, educate, all of that stuff. You don't have to do all of that in one post, but I want you to remember those words. That's how I always teach engagement on Facebook. Educate, entertain, or inspire. 3 words you want to remember every single time you post. You want to do at least one of those 3 things. So users are more likely to engage with your brands if they post pictures, if you post pictures than any other media. Photos on Facebook generate 53% more likes than the average post. I'm not even talking if you're asking for the like, just including an image is going to get you more likes. And I want you to show, don't tell. But here's the deal. When you show, which means you include an image, you get the kind of like the okay to actually add more copy in your post. Meaning if you've got a great image, it will grab their attention and they're more likely to read what you actually posted. But if you're just including text and no image, most people are lazy and we just don't want to read all that text. So let the image lead, and that leading with the image will get people to actually read what you have to say. Also, sometimes step away from your products, your programs and services, and step into the message behind your brand. Usually that message is more human, it's more casual, it's more about you and your team versus what you're selling. That's just human nature, and that's how social media works. So let me give you a bunch of examples so you start to see what's really working right now, right this minute on Facebook. Something that's working really well with images is to kind of build the curiosity a little bit. And you can be really, really simple with this. Notice what Entrepreneur says here. Try a few of these in the morning. Try a few of what? They don't even tell you exactly what. They say 12 things successful people do before breakfast, have no idea what they are. But this piques curiosity. The less you say, but if you say it with curiosity and you tease it a little bit, I can tell you right now, you're going to get more clicks. And this kind of thing drives more traffic to your website, which we would love more traffic on our website, especially if on your website you have an opportunity for people to give you their name and email, let's say in exchange for a newsletter or a giveaway. So if you want more people on your website reading your blog, you got to tease them a little bit in your post. Here's another one. This is so easy, and I know you're going to say, really, Amy? We know to put quotes on Facebook. Yeah, but here's the deal. One, do you know why this is so important? The reason why posts or quotes are so valuable on Facebook is they skyrocket engagement. Even if you don't ask for it, because now we don't want to do that, we don't want to get docked by Facebook, even if you just create a great image, and don't worry, I'm going to give you the coolest tool ever to do this, so stay with me. It's one I've never, ever talked about before, and it's really easy. But if you create an image with a quote in it, you're going to get more likes, shares, and comments. People love quotes, especially if they're inspiring or entertaining. Now, the thing is, most people, what they're not doing yet is including their logo or their URL in the quote. So if it's a quote by somebody else, definitely give them credit, but start to include your logo. Get people used to seeing your business name in their newsfeed. Better yet, put your URL. It's not clickable, of course, but if they want to go and check out your website, there it is. make it as easy as possible for them. So as you use images, my suggestion to you is start to include the logo or URL. You're going to get more brand exposure. Quotes on Facebook, we know, work better than almost anything to get engagement. So if they're going to get spread around that much, make sure you tack on that logo so that your name gets out there as well. And just in general, colorful images are going to work for you. You've got to love this image because this is by I Quit Sugar. So this image is going to stand out for sure. But those colorful images are going to grab attention instantly. And in the newsfeed, you are competing against a lot of people. So what I want to really suggest is get an image strategy together. And I think this tool I'm going to share with you will help you do that. But get an image strategy together so that creating images is easy and quick for you. That way you're not fumbling around trying to find images at the last minute every single time you want to post on Facebook. That's likely why you're not posting really interesting images if you're not doing so yet. So it could feel like a lot of work. You get a system together, you use a tool that really works easily, you're good to go. And that tool that I'm going to share with you, you can do fun things like this where you can actually add different words. I mean, it's simple. This is not rocket science, I know, but it goes a long way. So adding these banners or adding, little words on top of images to tell people what to do or what it is, this is what they love. They love the how-to post. They love the images that are going to teach them something or, of course, entertain them as well. Now, the reason I wanted to show these to you is, have you noticed these are not professional photos? This Facebook page, Herbs and Oils World, they're not hiring a big-time photographer to take images of their different products here. They're doing it themselves probably in their home office, but it still works. They get a lot of engagement. Look at those shares and the amount of comments. People are sharing these like crazy, and they're not even asking for the share. Pretty good stuff, right? Well, this one actually is. See this one, it says, click the link to find out how to make them and click share to pass this on to your friends. Now, supposedly Facebook is not going to like that. However, I want you to experiment. I'm not giving up this strategy completely because when it's something that's getting this much engagement, I'm pretty sure Facebook is not going to dock you for it. So be a little, risky, play around with this. The only thing that's not going to happen is you maybe won't get the engagement, but you might as well. So go do what you think is best for your audience and see what kind of engagement you get. Now, if you are a business where you need more foot traffic, use those images to tell people what they get when they come through the door. So this is perfect. It's Friday right now when I'm recording this, so this makes you kind of want to get in here, right? So here's the deal. Go and find out what your audience wants and then give it to them. So Friday happy hour? Yes, please, right? So use your menus, use your services in images to actually get people to take action. Now remember I said use images with your URL? This is a perfect example. How to make a paleo meal plan. This is an image she created, really simple image. I'm sure she used stock image to do so, but she added text on top of it. I'll show you how to quickly do that. But adding your URL so when people share it, it will get around. Now, another way to share images to get traffic to your website, if you have a blog or a podcast, I know there's a lot of podcasters on, that's becoming really popular. If you have a podcast, you have a blog, you have let's say a video show, and you want to drive more traffic to it, start talking about it on Facebook, but use images to do the talking. Pat Flynn, a great friend of mine, has been doing this for a while, and he says he's definitely seen his traffic increase as he's been using these images. And notice what he does with the images. He's using his logo. Get your logo out there to get more exposure for your brand. Now this is an image I use, and I use this type of an image all the time. Although we don't want to ask for the like, as Facebook has told us, we can definitely encourage the comment. So what I do is when I'm doing something in my business and I want some feedback from my audience, I post it on my Facebook page and I say, give me your feedback. You would be amazed how people love to give their feedback to you. So they want to be heard. And here's the cool thing. Almost 1,000 people commented on the font of my newsletter. Crazy, right? But what's really great about this is when the newsletter came out, all these people felt that they had some kind of involvement in the creation of it. They were more likely to open up those emails and read the newsletter. This worked really well for me, so I continue to do it again and again and again. I get feedback from my Facebook fans. They're more likely to engage in these posts than any other post I put out there. So try this. What's one thing you're working on in your business right now that you could actually ask a question on your Facebook page, use an image. It took me like 1 minute to put this little image together. Use an image, and here's a trick that you've got to remember. Always ask a question that's easy to answer. Here, I'm just saying, tell me 1, 2, 3, or 4, which one do you like best? If you ask a question that takes a long time to answer, most people won't spend the time. They're multitasking on Facebook. They're looking at this, they're watching this. Don't make it take too much effort to answer your questions, and you'll get more comments. Also, okay, let's be honest, dogs work on Facebook, right? But that's not really why I'm showing you this. Although this is my dog, Gus, and he's a Cocker Spaniel, and I love him dearly. But the reason I'm showing this to you is because people love to know what you're doing in your personal life. Even if you're a big brand, they want to know the personal side. Now, if you're a small business, this is a no-brainer. This is easy for you to do. So post pictures of what you're doing on the weekend when you're out and about. What I do is I post on Instagram and then pull it into my Facebook page. Now I've got images going in 2 different places with one post. Makes it really easy. So find ways that you can get images out there of your personal life, is whatever you feel comfortable sharing, and invite people in. These are the posts that I bet are going to get you the most engagement. More engagement means more fans. Okay, are you ready for this really cool tool? Well, first I'll say I always suggest PicMonkey. If you want to create images really quickly, PicMonkey is one of the easiest ways to do so, and it's free. Snagit, you want to write these down. This is another one if you want to take just a quick screen grab of what you see on your computer screen. I mentioned Instagram is a really easy way to bring your images from there over to Facebook. But here's one I've never talked about before. And this tool here is so very cool. So what you can do, I'm actually going to play you a little video so that you can see exactly how this works. So you got to stay with me here because it's amazingly simple graphic design for anybody. Okay, so here we go. I normally don't show little videos, but stay with me because this is how it works. It's a 23-second guide to beautiful design. You're going to be amazed how easy it is. I'll walk you through it while they actually do the video. But anybody can create great images for their Facebook page using this tool. Are we ready? So the first thing you do, here we go, is you go up to the search and you type in a word. In this example, they're typing in lions. And you get all these examples of different lions that you can pull into your image. They're just resizing them. This is all drag and drop. Now they're going to add a little text. So they find the text that they like and they start typing it in. So now they say publish. Do you want to publish an image or a PDF? We'll say image. There you go. Now you're going to pull it onto Facebook. Pretty simple, right? But their images are beautiful and their text options are so good. It looks professional. This is what I mean about an image strategy. Get an image strategy together, and this will make your Facebook marketing plan so easy because you know how to do it. You can use this, of course, for Pinterest and Twitter and wherever else you want to use it. But this is a great tool I really want you to check out. So it's canva.com. Let me know how you like it. Come to my Facebook page. Let me know if you check it out. Maybe even post an image on my page. I want to see what you do. I think you're going to love it. But here's my goal for you. Choose just one goal per post. Do you want the like? Do you want the share? Do you want the comment? What do you want? And then you don't have to necessarily blatantly ask for it because we got to be careful of that. But you can say, what do you think? Tell me blah, 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 whatever it might be. Or, you know, which one is your favorite, and let them choose, whatever it might be. But blatantly asking for it might get you in trouble in terms of not getting the engagement you're looking for. And that's why I want to just keep you updated on that. But again, one goal per post. So here's my challenge to you. In the next 24 hours, I want you to go check out your Facebook page. Check out your page and let me know if you're really engaging with your fans. Does it sound like you're talking to a friend? Are you really putting yourself out there? Or maybe, does it sound like you're a little too stuffy? You don't have enough images? Make the change now. Okay, so if we're talking about a Facebook marketing plan, how does this all fit into there? Well, in your attraction phase, You're going to identify who is your audience. Who are you going to be talking to? Get really clear on who they are and where they're spending time on Facebook. What do they like? What are their challenges? Get clear. And then you're going to identify in your Facebook marketing plan 3 fan attracting strategies that work for you in your business. So just identify them. Maybe sending out that email to get more comments. Maybe it's you want to actually put together some posts to attract your ideal audience. What do they want to hear from you? Make sure you document this. And then you get to work. Start putting this on autopilot by putting together an image strategy. Which tool are you going to use? What topics are you going to talk about? Maybe put together 10 quotes and start using them once a week. Some kind of strategy is going to make this all easier. Now, when you identify when you do it, how you do it, and who's responsible for it, it gets done. So that's what we do in a Facebook marketing plan. I'll show you a little later how to pull it all together, but I want to just give you a good idea as to what would go into a Facebook marketing plan. Here's a little glimpse. Okay, so this is actually what one of mine looks like, where in my plan, I actually talk about how I'm going to post, link post, text post, what time of day am I going to post. I just document it, and once I put it in there, it's good to go. I can give it to my VA, I could give it to anyone on my team and have them run with it. So I just make sure that all the details are here so that I know what I'm doing on Facebook. Pretty easy, right? It's just taking the time to put it together and you're good to go. Okay, so here's another way to use Facebook to not only attract more fans, but to get more leads. Because really, we want to turn those leads, or we want to turn those fans into leads. So here, I encourage you to update your cover photo on your Facebook page. Take advantage of the space to move your fans to your email list. Write this down. The perfect specs for that cover photo, 851 by 315 pixels. And in addition to that, if you don't want to do it yourself, one of the companies I use is customfanpagedesigns.com. I'm not an affiliate. I just think they do really good work and they work fast. So if you want to pay to get it done, I'll show you some examples. Customfanpagedesigns.com could do it for you. So here's my recent cover photo. You might have seen it. And it has this big button on it to say, click here about my webinar. So when someone comes to my Facebook page and they click, what happens is a light box pops up. And here I have the opportunity to talk about the webinar. Click the link below to sign up for my free live webinar, all that good stuff. So this is how you turn a cover photo into an actual lead magnet. You make sure that you give a little information and then a link to go to the page where they give you their name and email. Here's another great example. This is a free 3-part video series. So Donna here was Socially Sorted. She's got the image to the right about her 3-part video series, and then you click and she's got information. Now she actually does a great job. She has information about the free giveaway, then she tells you exactly what it is, and then if I clicked more, testimonials about all the people that love it. I mean, she went all for it. You can put as much information as you want and people can choose to read it or not, but it's great information to have. So turn your cover photo into a lead magnet. Are you going to do an event, a launch, a product? Put the date on your cover photo. The only thing she's missing here is you want a click button, click now, go here, whatever, to get them to click so they can see the information at the right. But it's a great idea to advertise your next big promotion on your cover photo. Now, if you're not there yet, if you don't have a big thing coming up, you don't have your opt-in ready, use an image that tells a story about yourself. Pat Flynn, I used him earlier. He's a podcaster. He's a dad. He's got this really popular website. So he's got all of this inside this one simple image, really shows you who he is. This is what you want to do. Let people in. Encourage them to find out more about you by using your images to make that connection. This is what works on Facebook. Okay, so what's one fan attraction strategy that you're going to experiment with the next 48 hours? So I gave you all these strategies so far. We're going to go into a little bit more here, so stay with me. But what is that one fan attraction strategy that you're going to experiment with? Let me know. Type it into the right. See that little dashboard over there? Let me know what you're going to do. Okay, whoa, there's a lot of comments here. So we've got John. Okay, let's see here. John is going to do, okay, he's going to send out an email to his list. Perfect. Make sure, John, you create a question that's really going to get them to want to contribute. Sam says he's going to create, or this might, yeah, Sam says he's going to create an image strategy. Okay, you've got to try out that new tool. It's really, really cool. It's getting a lot of attention lately. Perfect. Well, there's a lot. I know we have a lot more to cover, so I won't read all of these, but thanks for posting all of these, guys. I want to see kind of what you're up to. Perfect. And it shows me you're paying attention, which I love. So that's fantastic. Okay, so here is how to grow your email list on Facebook. How to grow your email list? Well, you're going to be surprised, but it starts with first getting more fans. A lot of you wrote in and told me that you need more fans. The way you grow your email list on Facebook is you first attract the fan, you turn the fan into a lead. I'll show you how I turn my fans into a lead, but real quick, I want to encourage you to check out like ads. Now, I'm not going to get into step-by-step how to create these because we only have so much time, but this is something that's worth you looking into a little bit more. Like ads look just like this. You've got your image, you've got a little blurb at the top telling people what you're all about, and you put it out into the news feed. Let me show you another like ad. I love this example where Kim's using a quote so that she's telling people exactly what she does for them, and she uses a little quote to kind of tell the story a little bit about what her brand is all about. It's kind of fun to do the impossible. Perfect. So these are like ads. Now, how do you create these like ads? All you need to do is go into your ads dashboard and you look where it says, what kind of results do you want for your ads? You click page likes and it walks you through a wizard. So it walks you through a wizard step by step how to set up these like ads. They're not that expensive. You could do $10 a day for a few weeks and you're going to start building up your fan base really quickly. You can expect to pay anywhere between maybe 40 cents to 70, 80 cents per like, but when you have a plan to turn those fans into leads, that's when it becomes worth it to pay to attract your right type of fan. So some things you want to know. First, you must know the like ad tips in terms of image size. So you want 600 by 225. In addition to that, you want to keep your image text at 20% or less. 20% or less, really important because Facebook has a guideline where you can't put too much image or too much text in an image for your ad. So keep it 20% or less. And then look into lookalike audiences for targeting. I think I have one more slide here. Wait, we're going to go back. Okay, so look into lookalike audiences. So hear me out here. This is so important. There's a way that you can create a targeting list inside Facebook ads that's very similar to your existing fans. So stay with me there. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. I just want to wet your whistle a little bit. You can actually create a targeting list that is a huge list full of people that are very similar to your fans that you already have. It's a perfect way to find more fans, right? I'll tell you about that in a minute. But I mentioned PicMonkey earlier. PicMonkey actually has a template for free that you can actually put, see where it says Facebook cover or custom? You can change the sizes and then create your timeline cover photo or your Facebook ad image right there inside PicMonkey. So write that down if you want to think about maybe creating your own ad image with those dimensions I just gave you in order to create an image for your like ad. Now, I encourage you, when you do run an ad in the newsfeed, or when you do run an ad, put it in the newsfeed. Meaning, make sure that you're not using those right-hand column ads. They don't work as well for like ads. Put them in the newsfeed. When you set up your ad, the wizard will actually ask you, where do you want to place this ad? You say newsfeed. You're going to get higher conversions for sure. And oh, the possibilities. So I kind of hinted at this, but I'm going to tell you what you can do is you can actually take your existing email list, load it up into Facebook, and have Facebook actually show your ad to all the people that are on your email list. Pretty good, right? Or you can actually ask Facebook, show me a list of people, like I said, that are similar to my current fans. Show my ad to them. Or even better, show my ad to people that are similar or the exact people that are going to my website traffic. Pretty cool, right? So all the website traffic you have, why not get in front of them with an ad as well? Because you know they're spending time on Facebook. They're the perfect fan to have because you're more likely to turn them into a lead. They're already interested in your content. They've been to your website. This is the kind of targeting you want to look into. Of course, I can't get into all the specifics here, but I tend to teach a lot of Facebook advertising in this way because you'll save a lot of money when you're targeting smart. Also, you can look into this thing called the conversion tracking tool. If you want to know if your ad is really working, you can actually set up this tool. It's pretty easy to set up, and Facebook will let you know, okay, if you're running an ad, let's say to a webinar, and someone signs up for your webinar, Facebook will say, okay, put this tool, use this tool, and I'll tell you each time that ad actually works and gets you a new lead. So there's some really cool things that you can do inside Facebook ads in order to target smarter and make sure your ads are working so you're not wasting any money. Pretty good, right? Okay, so we're in our home stretch here, and I'm going to give you a 5-step proven Facebook promotion. I'm just going to really just show you what I do. This will allow you to see the opportunity. Now, there's no need for this to stress you out or think, holy cow, that's like a big strategy, because you don't need to apply it all in one take. I'm just going to show you within the next 2 minutes what's possible on Facebook, why all of these fan attraction strategies are worth it, why it's so important to turn that fan into a lead and turn that lead into a customer. This is exactly how I make money on Facebook. So I just want to get you excited about the possibilities of Facebook, so then you'll want to see, okay, how do I put a plan together so I can actually move toward this type of strategy? So your 5-step Facebook marketing strategy could get you results like this. What I do is every day I run a certain campaign, and I spend $250 on ads, and it produces anywhere between $1,200, $1,300 to $2,000 a day. And when this started happening, that's when I knew, okay, this is something that I need to make people aware of because I'm not extra special. I've created this strategy that anybody can put together. You just need to know the pieces. I want to kind of walk you through so you know exactly what's included in a Facebook strategy, so you understand how important a Facebook marketing plan could be to your bottom line. So let me show you exactly how it works. There's 5 steps. You have a giveaway, an opt-in, a Facebook ad, you deliver your giveaway, and you use email marketing. So take a deep breath, because all of this does not need to be done at once. You can just start little steps. I started just with a giveaway, and then I worked into the Facebook ads. Then eventually I added some email marketing. I've done this over a period of time, but no one sat down and said, here are the 5 steps. If I would have known this, I would have gotten it up and running a lot sooner. And that's why I feel so compelled to share it with you today. So what I do is I create a webinar, and it's a free webinar all about getting more fans. So I create this webinar and I put it out there on Facebook. The way I put it out there on Facebook is I post it on my Facebook page and I use Facebook ads. I'll show you that in a minute. But before I run my ad, you need an opt-in page. So I create a page where people can give me their name and email. So I create this page for the name and email, and then from there, I create an ad that looks just like this. Now it's called an unpublished post, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, but unpublished post will actually help you create an ad that looks just like this. The image is clickable right to my opt-in page. The headline, I get to write the headline, the description, everything in this ad I got to create from scratch, so it says and does exactly what I want it to do. So when you create an ad like this, you then can deliver your giveaway. So somebody sees my ad, signs up for my webinar, I send them the webinar so they can watch it, and then I usually talk about a program or a product or service at the end of the webinar so they can see what they can do to work with me even further. When I do that, they may or may not want to buy in the moment, but then I seal my relationships with email marketing. So you see how that works? I want you to really make sure you understand. I create a giveaway, and then I lead people to the giveaway through ads. I deliver on my promise. I give them the webinar when they sign up for it, and then I use email marketing to either build my relationship or sell my programs, products, and services. This part, step number 5, is what most people miss, the email marketing. So let's kind of look at what a plan could look like in the promotion phase. So you'll create a giveaway. In your Facebook marketing plan, you create a giveaway. You identify 3 ways you might want to build your list. Maybe you want to create that cover photo I showed you and lead people to a giveaway. Maybe you want to run Facebook ads and lead them to a webinar or a free ebook. You've got to identify how are you going to get people, your fans, into leads. A Facebook marketing plan, once you put it into place, we can put it on autopilot. You just have to identify it. And then you can set up a custom app on your Facebook page, or you can do whatever you want to lead traffic to become a lead. We just got to get it set and on autopilot. And then from there, identify what you're going to do, who's going to help you do it. That way you can actually take action. This is what a Facebook marketing plan can look like for you when you pull it all together. So lastly, I'm going to show you those 3 emails I promised you. Once you create your giveaway and you lead people to an opt-in page to give you their name and email, you want to use email marketing to promote your programs, products, and services. This is how you start to make money on Facebook. So once you get that lead from Facebook, you acquire the new name and email, you want to take things up a notch. You want to dial things up by using email marketing. When you engage in real time and you create an email campaign to support your new leads, you seal the deal and stay top of mind. So here's what you do. First, when someone opts into your freebie, you instantly send them an email, welcoming them, thanking them, and giving them access to whatever it is you promised them. From there, you create what is called an email autoresponder series, where you're just a series of emails that you continue to send them so they get to know you even more. We're taking it outside of Facebook where there's less chatter, and we're really making sure we're building that relationship. And then after a set period of time, you can start introducing them to your programs, your products and services. You have their attention now, so now you want to start selling. So here are some really great email marketing resources that I use all the time. Social Triggers, Copyblogger, Waldo Social, and HubSpot. Really good tools to use in terms of how to figure out how best to use email marketing. Email marketing, when you use it with Facebook, is how you start to really see consistent revenue. Grow your email list, you will make more money. So here's those 3 emails I promised you. Every time you do a giveaway and you follow up with email, make sure you include a value add email, meaning teach something in your email. You just gave them something great of great value. Take it one step further. Show them some images, show them how to do something, give them some advice. This builds trust and affinity. So write this down. You always want that value add email in your autoresponder series, or maybe a few of these to build that trust and affinity. You also, if you're going to sell something, always include a got questions email. So very important. Meaning if you tell somebody about a program, product, or service, let them know that it's right for them. How do you do that? You answer all the questions that are likely going to come up, and you answer them in an email. This is going to be a pretty long email, but address those concerns they have right away. And the last email you always want to end with is that now's the time email. Let's say you send them 4 emails in your series. 2 of them, you're just building value. The 3rd one, you're telling them about your program and you're also answering questions about it. And let's say the 4th one, you're saying, okay, this is the time to buy. You're going to miss out on a great opportunity, a discount, a coupon code, whatever it might be. They need to act now or they're going to lose out. That's how you create that scarcity. Because if there's no reason for them to hurry up and buy, everyone will take their own sweet time, right? But if you know this product can change their business, their relationship, their health, their life in some way, if you know your product can help them, they need it now. You don't want them to wait. This is the type of email you would send. Notice in all my emails I use images. Images in email, just like on Facebook, help you really grab their attention. You can use that tool I showed you, Canva, to actually create these images as well. Good stuff, right? So to wrap up, you've got your value add email, the got questions email, and the now's the time email. These are the emails that are going to help you turn your fan to a lead, your lead, this is where it counts, your lead into a customer. Most people miss the email marketing part, but if you start to include that in your whole campaign, that is when it starts to really produce results. So what does a Facebook marketing plan look like in terms of selling? Well, what you want to do is you want to say, okay, first of all, what do I want to sell? How can you attract leads that will want to buy? And then you're going to create your autoresponder series, maybe an email series of 4 or 5 emails, whatever might work for you. This part of your business can be fully automated. We love that word, right? So you can put it into, let's say, MailChimp or Aweber, whatever you might use, and you can say, okay, send these emails out every few days for the next 2 weeks. Put that on autopilot, make it work for you. And then, of course, you want to identify in your Facebook marketing plan when you're going to write these emails, when they're actually going to go out, maybe who can help you on your team get them done. This is the kind of stuff that makes you take action. You actually document how you're going to get it done. And we do all of that inside our Facebook marketing plan. So remember, nothing I shared with you today is theory. I've used every single one of these strategies to build my business. And that is why I know that they really, really work. So I'm not exactly sure why you're here today, but maybe you know Facebook can be massively valuable for your business, but it has confused you, and maybe it's even gotten you a little bit stuck. You're not alone. Or maybe you just want more than anything to get your message out to the world. You know Facebook's the platform to do it. You're not exactly sure what you need to do to make it work. Or maybe you just know Facebook could be doing more for me. I have no doubt. I know I can get more leads and more sales. I just need to know how to do it. If you can relate, you're definitely in the right place. One thing to take away from today is that I am not extra special. I don't have extra exclusive resources or tools that I use to get the results that I've talked about today. I don't even have someone on the inside of Facebook. How I wish I did. I just have a Facebook marketing plan that really, really works. If I can do this, I promise you, you can too. So the obvious question is, all right, so how do you create this Facebook marketing plan so that you know it's really going to work? And how do you create a plan that's not going to stress you out just to get it done? Like the last thing you need is more and more work, right? So I have a way to really create a Facebook marketing plan that's not going to stress you out, and you could get it done quickly. So you could actually do all of this in the complicated and confusing way, because as you may have noticed, there's actually a lot that goes into the full potential of Facebook. There's so much to learn, it can actually be confusing, and it's really easy to get overwhelmed. The truth that no one really tells you is that it's really hard actually to do it all on your own. Now you could do it the simple and structured way. Have you ever noticed that tackling something really challenging isn't that overwhelming when someone shows you step by step how to do it? I have to tell you, the first time I created or tried to create my first 5-course meal when I was newly married, and I had this huge cookbook I got as a wedding gift and really expensive pots and pans. So I was on a mission to create this wonderful meal for, at the time, my new husband. It was a disaster. I was completely confused. I wanted to cry, to tell you the truth, and it was disgusting. Luckily, my husband humored me and said it was delicious. He lied. Well, the next time I decided, I'm going to do this. This is going to work. I really wanted to create this 5-course delicious meal. What did I do that time? Oh, I called my mom over. My mom came over, walked me through step by step. She was patient. She knew what she was doing, so I knew I was in good hands, and it turned out beautifully. I didn't want to cry after the whole process, and it actually was a success. When you're trying to do something on your own and there's a lot of steps involved, half the time it's just way stressful and you don't want to do it anyway. So what I'm trying to say is, if you need the support, you got to go out and find it. You do not need to do this all yourself. So now that you see the value of a Facebook marketing plan through all the strategies I taught you today, I want to encourage you to make this all extremely actionable. I don't want you to walk away from this workshop without taking action. So of course, all this information I taught you, it's really good to know. But imagine what it would feel like if you actually started to see some of the results that I showed you were possible. That would feel pretty good, right? So at this point, your head might be spinning a bit. We have covered a lot, and that's totally natural if you're feeling that way. The thing is, all of the strategies I've taught you here, they're really important, but here's something I want you to walk away with. You do not need to do them all at once. The way I eliminate a lot of stress in my business but get really big results is that I approach this plan in phases. I do not do it all at once. So today we've only scratched the surface. Now to put it all into action, I want to help you create your Facebook marketing plan. So I want to invite you to the Facebook Marketing Profit Lab. This is the program I created to show you what to do, how to do it, and when to do it so you don't have to do it all at once. I literally hold your hand through the process of creating your Facebook marketing plan. So Facebook Marketing Profit Lab is the absolute fastest way to go from point A to point B while eliminating the stress and overwhelm. So here's what's in the Profit Lab. You get 6 weeks of an interactive course, meaning I get to go through the course with you. Highly interactive, so you're not alone. All the courses are 100% online, and there's 4 training modules plus 2 weeks built in for a little cushion to get the work done. I'm not just going to show you what to do or tell you what to do. I'm going to encourage you to take the steps to actually create your Facebook marketing plan. Each module includes training videos, cheat sheets, transcripts, and PDFs of all of my slides. You know what else it includes? A Facebook marketing template. I've already done all the hard work. Now you get to fill in the blanks related to your own business, so this Facebook marketing plan will work for you and it will actually meet the needs of your customers. So here's what's in the course. Module 1 is the attraction phase. In this phase, we're going to dive deeper into those strategies I taught you today with how to get more fans that will be willing to buy your programs, products, and services. They're genuinely going to be interested. So it's not enough just to have a bunch of fans. We need people that are genuinely interested in your business. I will walk you through step by step how to actually implement the strategies to build a bigger fan base quickly. So if you want to get more fans, but you don't want to spin your wheels doing it, the attraction phase is where we're going to map that all out. Then I'll show you how to put it into a marketing plan so that you've got it all documented. From there, we're going to get into the promotion phase. And in the promotion phase, I'm going to show you how to create a giveaway and how to create that lead page or that opt-in page I showed you. So remember I showed you the 5-part strategy I use to produce revenue every day on Facebook? Well, I'm going to show you which giveaway would be best for your business. We'll go through a little exercise so you can decide, okay, this is the perfect giveaway that's going to get me more leads. Then I'm going to show you the tool that I use to create that page to get the names and emails. Really, really simple. Remember, I'm not too techy, so I keep things simple. But you'll have an opt-in page that's actually producing results for you. Then I'm going to take you behind the scenes, and step by step, I'm going to walk you through how to create that ad that I showed you. I'm going to walk you through and show you, okay, first we're going to create this image. Then we're going to target your perfect audience. And then we're going to actually put a budget together so you know how much you want to spend on your ads. I'll walk you through literally step by step every single piece you need to know to create an ad strategy that works on autopilot for you. So once we have your ad set up and you're actually feeling really good about those results, well then we're going to step into module 3. We're going to build an autoresponder series. I don't know if anyone's ever sat down with you and showed you, okay, these are the emails you need, and this is what we need to include in each email to move our lead to become a customer. I'm going to give you my email autoresponder series. You can see exactly what I wrote in it to get those results that I'm getting today. So you can have my autoresponder series as your model, and then you can build out your list of emails you're going to send out. Also, if you don't yet have an email list, I'll show you which tools I use in order to collect names and emails. Aweber, Infusionsoft, MailChimp, you've probably heard of them. If you're not using them, I'm going to give you a little comparison of which one might be perfect for you. And then in module 4, we're talking implementation. This all means nothing if I don't encourage you to actually get the plan done. At the end of the 6 weeks, I want you to walk away with a marketing plan that you can give to a VA or someone on your team and say, run with this. If you create it, you know it's perfect for your business, but that doesn't mean you have to do all the work once it's created. Get a plan together and leverage it. So here's what's cool about the Profit Lab. I actually have live calls every single week. And what's even better than that, you get to submit your questions in advance. So there's a super secret email address inside your members area right now, actually, that you can use to send me your questions, and I'll address them live on weekly calls. Now, I call them calls. They're actually weekly webinars because I like to show you my screen. I like to answer your question by showing you how to do it so you can actually see what I'm doing. So you can watch as I walk through all the examples to answer your questions, and this is the only time that I ever do live Q&As where I answer your questions that you send in advance. So it's a really great opportunity to connect with me personally so I can give you the attention you need. So I love what Laura says. This is not the first time I've done the Profit Lab. This is my 3rd year and it keeps getting better and better. So you're coming in at the perfect time. Laura said, Amy's Facebook marketing profit plan or Profit Lab gets you results. The lessons are clear, easy to put in action, and you can see the results immediately. I started out with 18 fans, and by the end of the course, I had more than 1,800 fans and grew my email list by 500%. Pretty good, right? These are the kind of results that I want to hear from you as well. So this is what a plan actually looks like. I give you my template, you get to fill in the blanks, but I do all the heavy lifting for you, so you never ever have to start from scratch. I put the plan together, you start to fill in the blanks as I give you the details as to what will work best for your business. And there's extra support. I do cliff notes and cheat sheets and step-by-step handouts. I like to show you exactly how to do it and not just tell you. You'll get that inside this program. Plus slide deck. So imagine if I took this slide presentation today, turned it into a PDF, and emailed it to you right this minute. Pretty valuable, right? That's exactly what I do inside the Profit Lab. So are you ready to become a Profit Lab member? I would love to welcome you into the program. This is what you'll get. You'll get your weekly modules with multiple training videos in each of the modules, a PDF ready-made Facebook marketing plan template, 6 weeks of live Q&A calls with me, quality recordings of all of the trainings, the transcripts, the slide presentations, and here's what's cool. You have a year-long access into the member site, but you also can download everything. So you can have it on your computer and have it forever if you'd like. There's a members area, as I mentioned, 24/7 access, so you can download the trainings, get in there as much as you want, go over the trainings again and again. This area is for you to get the biggest support that you need. So you're probably saying, okay, so how much is this going to cost? Well, the thing is, you could actually try to figure this all out on your own. The thing is, my Profit Lab alumni always tell me, oh, if I had just done this program a year ago before I laid down a couple $1,000s to have a consultant try to create this plan for me, that never worked. The thing is, you could hire someone to create a plan for you. The problem with that is that the person you hire will never ever really capture the essence of your business. You know at the heart of it what your business is all about, what your mission and your message is, and you know what your customers need. You create the plan with my help, and then you can give it to a VA or a project manager and say, run with it. That's the best way. So the total value of the Profit Lab is almost $6,000, but you can start the program with one installment of $147 and then 2 installments to follow, each 30 days apart. So if you're ready to join the Profit Lab, all you need to do is go to amyporterfield.com/Profit Lab, and you can get all the information you need right away to join. I am ready for you right away. So go check out amyporterfield.com/Profit Lab to join the program. Now here's the thing. I will say I have one more level. It's the VIP level. But this level is not for everybody, and I only have 100 spaces that I'm offering. The reason why it's so exclusive is that I actually get into a private Facebook group every single day, Monday through Friday, and answer questions. There's also a little bit more to it. So as a VIP member, you get everything I just outlined in the independent study level. The program I just outlined for you, you get all of that. Plus, you get 6 weeks of one-on-one access inside the private Facebook group. So I have a private Facebook group where people can ask questions and network with each other and really just get that attention that they're looking for. And this is part of the VIP level. I often respond in there with a mix of written responses and video and personal videos, and also screen grabs so that you can see what I'm explaining. So if you want one-on-one access with me, then the VIP level is for you. Now there's something also really cool that I offer in the VIP level only, and that is when you put your actual Facebook marketing plan together, I'm going to review it for you in a video review. That means you send over your Facebook marketing plan when you're completed with it. I review it and I record you a video only for you where I give you my suggestions, my insights. I recommend maybe changing this or trying this, or here's what I've done in the past. Maybe you can implement something like this. It's very personal to your business and my suggestions for you. The VIP level is the only place that you can actually get a video review of your Facebook marketing plan so you can feel confident that this plan is going to work for you. So that's in the VIP level. The value of the VIP level is almost $8,000, but you can actually get started today with one installment of $397 and then 2 installments to follow, each 30 days apart. But remember, the challenge with this level is I only have 100 spaces. Once it fills up, nobody else can join that private Facebook group or get the video review because I can't support that many people so intimately. So 100 spaces are available, and we've already started filling it as of yesterday. So definitely you want to move fast. So I love what Veronica says about the VIP level. She said, I already have recommended Amy's Profit Lab. However, I am insisting that VIP is the only way to go. If you're looking for that one-on-one access and you want a little extra hand-holding and support, you definitely want to check out the VIP level. So there's 2 bonuses inside the Profit Lab that I am making available to everybody who joins, no matter if you're at the independent study level or the VIP. The first bonus is how to create webinars that convert. If you've enjoyed this webinar and you're thinking, this might work well for my audience, let me teach you how. I've been doing it for over 5 years now. I've made a lot of mistakes in the beginning, but I finally cracked that code as to how to create a webinar, which tools to use to actually create it, and then how to promote it, how to fill up those webinars. So I want to show you step by step what I do to fill up the webinars and actually create webinars where people are excited and they trust you and they want to learn more from you. That's what the webinars are all about. Now, bonus number 2 is totally brand new. I've never ever offered this before. This one is pretty cool. I think you're probably going to get the most value out of this one because I'm going to take you behind the scenes with me. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually take one student's Facebook marketing campaign that they're already kind of playing around with right now, and I'm going to completely re-engineer it. Now, inside the program, you'll read all about it where you get the opportunity to submit your campaign in case I want to choose yours for that re-engineer. But the value here is no matter which program or which campaign I choose, I'm actually going to go into the campaign and make some tweaks and offer some suggestions and show you how you can take an existing campaign, maybe you have a giveaway, or maybe you have something that you're driving traffic to. I'm going to help you re-engineer that so that it produces bigger results. So it's like you're coming into my home office and you're sitting down with me and I'm going to show you what I would do to rework a Facebook marketing campaign. Pretty cool, right? So that's a bonus you'll get inside the Profit Lab. So here's what's going to happen next. First, when you go to amyporterfield.com/Profit Lab, you're going to actually see all the details about the program. You can read up on the program, and then you're going to see different levels of the program in a comparison chart. Find the level that's going to be best for you. Remember, VIP has more one-on-one access, but you can still get the live Q&A calls in the independent study. From there, you can choose, do you want independent study or VIP level? Just look for these buttons here. You can click whichever one is going to be a best fit for you. All you need to do then is fill out the order form. It takes just minutes. And once you enroll, you will get an email instantly from me with all the details you need. You'll get an email that will either, if you're joining at VIP level, invite you instantly into my private Facebook group, which we're starting right away, or you'll get the independent study email where I'm going to give you access into the membership site. And also what you need to know is that the program starts on May 5th. So the actual first module will be released May 5th, so you have a little time just to get ready for it, but I have a bonus waiting for you right now. So if you want to dive in, you definitely will have some things to actually start getting going before we start everything off on May 5th. Now don't worry if you're extremely busy because everything's recorded. You can really go at your own pace. You have that full year to take in all of my content. And then when you do, of course, you get into the members area and you'll see all the tabs across the top. You can take a look at everything, just get comfortable with everything, but remember, Module 1 comes out on May 5th, and each week following is when I release the templates and the videos and all that good stuff. I do it that way so you're not overwhelmed. I'm going to walk you through step by step how to get that Facebook marketing plan up and running. I always offer a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. If you're not happy, I do not want your money. So definitely know there is no risk involved. Now for you fast action takers, those after my own heart, if you're ready to go and you know you want to jump in, then just make the decision now, join, and you will get my fast action bonus. So this fast action bonus is 10 easy to implement fast action strategies to optimize your Facebook page. I'll send this to you tomorrow if you enroll in the webinar while you're on the webinar today. Now, if you have any questions and you want a little personal attention, some people just like to jump on the phone and say, look, I've got a few more questions. I want to make sure this program's right for me. I want to talk to somebody. Well, I invite you to talk to my project manager, Gina. This is Gina. She's not only my project manager, but she's a great friend and a great listener. So if you want someone to hear you out just to make sure that the program's right for you, do not hesitate. You can call this 1-800 number and you'll leave a voice message. Gina will call you back quickly. So you'll get to hear from Gina. And just if you have any of those questions that you just need a little extra help, or if you like to enroll via the phone versus online, Gina is waiting for your call right now. So don't hesitate to reach out if that's more comfortable for you. So what I want to do is I want to actually answer some questions about the Profit Lab. So if you have questions about the program, you want to make sure it's right for you, anything like that, go ahead and leave your question, type your question out there in the dashboard. And so then Rebecca's standing by, and Rebecca will actually pull all the questions together. I'm sure she's been doing that as I've been talking. Pull all the questions together and let me know what you've been asking about, and I'd be happy to answer. So Rebecca, whenever you're ready, go ahead and send me the first question.
Okay, sure thing. But first, I just want to answer one from Mike. Mike asked, what is the number for Gina again? And Mike, I see that number is 800-422-5493. So
great, and it's on the screen right now. Okay, so I put it on the screen as well.
Okay, great. So anyway, we got some really, really great questions, and a lot of them have to do about the program, and a lot of them are similar questions, so I'm going to group those together. So the very first one that a lot of people asked is, I'm not sure if I'm a good fit for the program. What kind of businesses will benefit?
So what kind of businesses will benefit? Okay, so yes. Great question. So I get this question actually a lot because some people are saying, okay, I have services, or I offer services, or I have physical products. I sell jewelry. I have actually products on the shelf. People come into my store. Will this type of training work for me even if I don't want to do webinars, or I don't have an online program? And the answer definitely is a yes if your goal is to get more exposure on Facebook, build up your fan community, and turn those fans into leads. I think every business today, no matter what you do, needs to have an email list. When I work with Tony Robbins, he used to say all the time that without an email list these days, it's almost like you don't have a business. The energy of your business, the success of your business is directly tied to your email list. So if you feel that it's valuable for you to actually build up an email list and then turn those leads, of course, into customers, we don't just want them to be subscribers, we want customers, then the Profit Lab is for you. If you know Facebook is a powerful platform and you know it's somewhere that your audience is spending time, I can show you how to build up your email list and turn them into customers. That's what the program's about. No matter if you're selling a service, a program, a product, that part doesn't matter. What matters is your business goals. And if they're aligned with what I've taught you here, you're definitely a good fit.
Okay, perfect. So let's see, the next one is from John, and John says, I'm not sure if independent study or VIP is right for me. Can you explain who is a better fit for the VIP level?
Yes, it really comes down to your personality. So if you like the community aspect of, when you're going through a program, when you're learning, and you think that you would value a lot from just one-on-one access to me, then the VIP level is a perfect fit for you. Meaning if you know that the ability to get your questions answered at any time of the day kind of thing, or if you know that you're going to need to see examples more, you want to be walked through it just a little bit more than you might get in a regular program, then you want the VIP program. The greatest thing about the Profit Lab is that even in the independent study, of course you're going to get the live Q&As, and throughout my training, I show so many examples in step-by-step. So that's part of the core of the training. When you want to make the decision between VIP and independent study, it just really has to do with, do you want to go with total immersion? Do you want to be all in, get full support, and you want to make sure that whatever you end up with at the end of the program is going to work for your business? That's when you want VIP, because I'm going to take your marketing plan, I'm going to review it, make a video for you so that you know with confidence that this plan is something you can put into effect. So it really just depends on how much support you think you're going to want, and if you like that extra hand holding and access to me, then you want VIP.
Okay, great. So I have a question from Ajani about payment plans. The question is, on the sign-in page, it says 3 payments of 147 slash a month for 2 months. So are 3 payments taken out over 3 months or 2?
Okay, great question. So today would be the first installment, and then what you would do 30 days from now would be the second, 30 days from then would be the third. So that's exactly how it works.
Okay, perfect. And when does the program actually start?
Great, let's talk dates. So I'm looking at a calendar right now, and remember, if you are busy, if you're on the road a lot, if you just have some vacations coming up, no worries. I've built this program for 2 types of people. Those that want to go through with the exact dates in the 6-week program, or those that just really need more leniency. When I go through a program, I need the flexibility. I can never stick to someone else's schedule when I'm learning something new. I just have to fit it into my life and my schedule. So I never really follow that schedule. So I like to give that flexibility to both types of people. So if you want to be really regimented with the dates, here they are. May 5th is Module 1. I'll release Module 1, all about getting more Facebook fans, and I'll give you your attraction template, the first part of your Facebook marketing plan, where you're going to start building it out so that you have a plan for how you're going to attract fans. Now, why that template is so important is because not only are you going to document what you're going to do, we're going to get very clear about what you're going to stop doing. What are you doing right now on Facebook? That's a huge waste of time. And don't worry, everybody, including myself, has spent time on Facebook that's been a huge waste. I've just gotten really good at being diligent with how I spend my time, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. So we're going to decide what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and when you should do the different strategies. So that's all in the plan that you get in week 1. Week 2 starts on May 12th. That's Module 2, and that's when we're going to get clear about your giveaway and your opt-in page and the Facebook ad that's going to drive traffic for you continuously so you collect leads and make more money. That's all in Module 2. Because Module 2 is kind of a big deal, it's the core of your Facebook marketing plan, I've built in an action week right after. So instead of giving you a bunch more content, we're going to slow down a little and make sure that you have time to implement. You have time to create your giveaway. You have time to create your opt-in page so that you're getting names and emails. So I built in a little cushion for you. Week 3 actually starts on May 26th. So May 26th, I'll deliver the training all about building your email autoresponder. So we'll walk you through, I'll give you my examples so you can copy that and make sure that you have a model to go off of. I'll give you the template you need to start building out your autoresponder inside your marketing plan. So we'll get into all of that the final week of May. Then the 4th module about implementation is going to be right after that. So the first week of June, we're going to talk about how to use this plan with other social media sites. We're going to talk about how to use this plan inside Facebook, and also how to use it in other areas of your business. So it's so much more than a Facebook marketing plan, but I use Facebook as our core foundation because it's the biggest social media platform. But you're getting so much more training than just Facebook marketing inside the Profit Lab. And the final week is another action week. I'm going to encourage you to actually get this plan done. So I've got some strategies for you to actually take action during our extra weeks that I've built in. So it's a 6-week program. You can go at your own pace, or you could go along with me. Each Q&A call is every Thursday starting May 8th. Now, the thing with that is most people will send their questions in advance and probably not show up live. Most people catch the recording, which I upload into the membership site within 24 hours. So you can actually jump in and listen whenever you'd like, but feel free to send me your questions in advance, even if you're not going to be there.
Okay, perfect. Before
Great.
we
I
go
wanted
on
to take a quick minute, Rebecca, just real fast, and just welcome some of the people to the program, because we already have people that have joined, and I just want to give you a shout out because I really appreciate you putting your trust in me. I cannot wait to get to know you more. And I just want to welcome Jean from Texas, Ted from San Jose, Jennifer from Ellensburg, Sandra from Cape Coral, Tamara from Kirkwood, Ashley from Palm Beach, Joy from Boston. Welcome to the program. I'm so very excited you've joined. I cannot wait to get this program started with you. So thank you for joining. We'll have another list soon, but I just wanted to give those initial shout outs.
Wow, that's awesome. So along with that, I have a feeling there will be somebody else popping up soon, but they cannot see where the link is. They don't see the slides for some reason. So I just wanted to say that you can go to amyporterfield.com/Profit Lab and get to where you can purchase the program. For those of you who can see the slides, that link is down at the bottom of them. Okay.
Perfect. Okay, great. So amyporterfield.com/Profit Lab.
Right. Okay, let's see. And Jay would like to know, he says, I would like to do this, but have a super busy schedule coming up. Is there any way that I can have my virtual assistant also listen to or watch the modules?
Ooh, great question. 100%. So because I just trust those members that join the program, I know that they're being honest about who they're letting watch the video. So I'm just an extremely trusting person in that respect. So if you have a VA, an assistant that's going to help you get all of this implemented, by all means invite them. You can give them your login. They can go in and watch the videos, especially if you don't have the time to get to all of them, but you know this program's actually going to make a big difference in your business, then definitely feel free to invite them into the program with you.
Okay, perfect. So speaking of time, the next question is, how long does it take to go through the program? How many hours a day should I spend on this?
Okay, so how long should you spend on the program? What I've done is in each module, there's 4 videos, and I've tried to keep them to the point and really strategic in terms of this is what you need to do, and you get in and out. The last thing I want you to do is be watching hours and hours of videos. So what I've done is I've tried to keep them between 15 minutes, and probably the longest one might be 40 minutes max, and that's the one where I need to teach you how to create a giveaway and how to create your opt-in page and all that good stuff. So that's usually in week 2 where they get a little bit longer. But I'm trying to keep them as short and to the point as possible. So with that, usually about 3 hours a week will do the job. If you want to do a little bit more because you want to implement more, then more power to you. But if you have very limited time, if you can find little spaces in between the week to add up to about 3 hours a week, you can get through all the trainings each week.
Okay, perfect. And how long will people have access to the training?
So we will actually keep the training open for 1 full year. So you have a full year into the program, meaning that, oh, this is something great. I'm so glad you brought that up. So you have a full year into the member site, and that means that at any time you can go in and out and download the program and watch as many times as you'd like. But I offer the Profit Lab twice a year. I won't offer it again until late 2014, but when I offer it again, I always update the program with anything that's changed with inside Facebook. So the cool thing is, if you join today, you'll get those upgrades in about, in 6 months or so. So as Facebook changes, I make sure you have the newest, most updated information. The cool thing, though, something that I've gotten pretty good at because I've been, in the trenches for so long, is that I try to teach you those strategies that don't have to change dramatically when Facebook changes. Remember when I started this training, I said, look, we're going to create a Facebook marketing plan that's built around the strengths of your business and brand and the needs of your customers. We're going to start there as our foundation and then pull in some Facebook features and benefits to actually make your plan work. But that plan can stand on its own even when Facebook changes something. So let's say Facebook says, okay, this is how you get out into the newsfeed now. We're changing it. We'll take your core plan. We can make a few tweaks, but we can still make sure that that plan's going to work quickly even with a few tweaks versus we got to wipe out the plan because it's completely built on the Facebook infrastructure. I would never do that to you. I've felt the pain enough times with Facebook changes to know that that's not going to work for you. So to get back to how long can you get into the program, a year, and you will get upgrades. I don't usually do a full overhaul because that's not needed, but you'll definitely get to know what's working now on Facebook. You'll get a refresher. So I encourage you, if you're thinking, okay, I know the time's running out here, and if you're thinking, I know I need this, Amy. I know that Profit Lab is a good fit for me, but now's not the perfect time. I need to do some more work on my business. I need to get my Facebook page up and running a little bit more. I really caution you not to do that. And the reason why I don't want you to wait is because in 6 months from now, you'll be saying, I wish I would have joined this sooner. This is exactly what I needed. I want to help you stop doing all the things you're probably doing that are wasting your time. And I want to start helping you make money on Facebook. You do not need to make your page better before you join the Profit Lab. You do not need to build up your email list a little bit more before you join the Profit Lab. Let me walk you through that and show you the smart way to do it right away. Before I even had any training, like real good training in internet marketing, I was not focusing on building my email list. And that first year when I left Tony Robbins, I really, really struggled. I was working way too many hours because I was hustling to try to find clients. I want to tell you just really quickly, and maybe you can relate, but when I started my business, I wanted to create these online training programs, the ones that I'm now building and creating for you. But in the beginning, I was so scared I wasn't going to get business that I started taking on tons and tons of clients. And so I often joke that I left one really big boss, literally, and took on 8 little mini Tony Robbins, people telling me what to do and bossing me around because I became their social media consultant. I was in the trenches doing their social media. And one day I looked around, and this is like a year into me doing this after leaving Robbins, and thinking, this is not the business I wanted. I did not leave my big fat corporate job to be killing myself with 8 little mini bosses bossing me around every minute. I was miserable where I had thought I started a business by my own design. I thought I was building freedom, and I was just digging myself into a ditch. You know, if you love to work with clients, more power to you. Do what works for you. That wasn't working for me. So then I decided I need to build my email list. I do not have any clients unless I hustle and go out there and travel and meet with people and network and get clients. That's not what I want for my life. So I started focusing on email strategies as well as Facebook strategies that would build my email list. The minute my email list started to grow, I got to take on less clients. I was able to not travel as much so I could stay with my family, and money was coming in while I was sleeping. And that sounds so internet marketing, I know. Sleep while you make money, yay, yay, you hear it all the time. But really imagine that. Imagine going to bed tonight, and this is what happens to me every day. Going to bed tonight, waking up in the morning, and seeing at least a few $100s that came through while you were sleeping, if not more. That is a really good feeling, right? That is what you can do with your email marketing. You can actually make an impact in your revenue by setting up these strategies inside a Facebook marketing plan. You know, I know you know in your heart that if you don't have a plan for anything we do in life, it's going to be by chance and luck if you succeed. Whether we want to lose weight, whether we want to build our business, whether we want to plan, you know, a really great vacation. If you don't get a plan together, it typically never turns out how you want it to be. And if you're really lucky, it goes well. If you're not so lucky, which is pretty much the norm, it doesn't go so well and it takes a lot longer than it should. Get a plan together and then be done with it. Put it on autopilot and then go work in your business in the areas that you love. I'm going to guess that most of you listening do not necessarily love to post on Facebook every day or love to build a Facebook strategy and look at it every day and make sure it's working and tweak it and all that stuff. We do it because it's part of our business and it makes a big impact. But what if I said, let's put it together and then you don't have to tinker with it every minute. You don't have to wonder, what am I going to post on Facebook? How many of you have wondered, you got to raise your hand even though I can't see yet, have said, I don't even know what to post on Facebook. I'm frustrated. I don't even want to go on Facebook today because I don't want to think about what image I'm supposed to throw up there, and it's not even getting engagement anyway. These are conversations that my students have with me all the time. When you have a Facebook marketing plan, you put it into action, and then you don't have to worry about it every minute. In your Facebook marketing plan, I'm going to take you through an exercise where we're going to identify the 10 topics that you should talk about on your Facebook page every single week. And that list of 10, I'm going to encourage you to put on your bulletin board so that you never again will say, I don't even know what to post today. We're going to talk about what you should talk about and where you find that info and how you create a strategy around it so it's on autopilot. You've probably guessed it's my favorite word, right? So, okay, I'll take another question and stop going on, but I have to say a Facebook marketing plan can change your business dramatically. You just got to say, okay, I'm going to take that leap of faith. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to implement it, get it done, and then I'm going to figure out who can help me implement it if I don't want to do it myself. And inside the Profit Lab, I give you some suggestions as to what you should outsource and what you might want to do yourself once you get your plan done. There's some good stuff there. So I really hope you go to amyporterfield.com/Profit Lab and look at all the opportunity there. I would love to see you inside the program. So Rebecca, what else you got?
Sure. Well, before I go on to the next question, Rebecca actually asked a question, and that's, have I missed the fast action bonus? Or if she purchases now, will she still get the fast action bonus?
You will definitely get the fast action bonus. So glad you asked. So even though the timer's gone out, because I talk so long, I get very passionate about this stuff. So sorry about that. But because I'm going on a little bit long, if you purchase while we're still on the webinar, you 100% will get your fast action bonus. Gina, my project manager, will email it out to you tomorrow for sure.
Okay, perfect. And Daniel, he said that he just joined and he hasn't yet gotten an email with the login details. Daniel, you should get that really soon. If you don't, just email profitlab@amyporterfield.com and we'll get you all set up with that.
Thank you, Rebecca, so much. And Gina just gave me a new list, and I want to give some shout outs because I love to acknowledge those people that said, okay, I'm doing it. Those action takers that really want to make a difference in their Facebook marketing and just kind of stood up and said, today's the day. I want to give you credit for that. So Gary from Portland, Walter from Woodinville, Daniel, I think that's the Daniel that just mentioned that, from Rosemaryville, we do have your name, John from Willow Springs, Valentina from Seattle, and Joey, I love the name Joey, Joey from Phoenix. Welcome to the Profit Lab. I'm excited, I truly am, to get to know you more. You're going to fill out a survey that will help me learn a little bit more about you. No matter if you're in the independent study level or VIP, I want to know what you do in your business and where you're starting out. So in the first bonus that you're going to get when you join the program, you'll notice in that bonus, at the end, I encourage you to document how many fans do you have, how many people on your email list, what's your #1 challenge right now that you want to overcome with the Profit Lab. I want to know this stuff. So that way we can actually measure against it when the program's over. My favorite thing ever is to turn you into a really big case study. And what I mean by that is when I promote the Profit Lab, the best way for me to do it is tell your story of success. So what I like to do is in my email marketing and in my webinars and on my sales page, tell people about what you've done. This is a great way for you to get some extra exposure. I have over 20,000 people that have signed up for my webinars just for this webinar alone. Imagine if in my webinar I told the story about what you've done with your business. Not only will this just be really cool for you to say, like, look what this guy or this girl has done with their business, this is so cool, but I can guarantee you people are going to want to go and check out your website as well. They want to go see who you are. So become my next big case study so I can brag all over the web about you. That would be my most favorite thing for each of you that I've just listed your names. So welcome to the Profit Lab. Rebecca, what do you got?
Okay, awesome. Well, Josephine has a great question. She asks, lab is 6 weeks. What happens after the first 4 weeks? Your presentation only says what is done up to the 4th week.
Okay, so just to be really clear, week 1 on May 5th, that's module 1. So that's the attraction phase. Week 2, which is May 12th, that's the promotion phase. That's where we get into the big meat of it, your giveaway, your opt-in page, your ads. That's week 2, that's week module 2. The actual physical week of May 19th, that's the 3rd week in the program, but that's your action week. That's where I don't give you new modules, but I encourage you to take action. So you'll get a few email sequences from me saying, okay, today, let's look at your giveaway. Have you done this? And you got a little checklist. Let's make sure you're taking action right now. So that actually happens May 19th. Your 3rd module comes out May 26th. Your 4th module comes out June 2nd. And your final week in the program, the June 9th is your final week, we'll go through some steps to make sure you finish that marketing plan. So I'm all about you learning, but doing as well. And that's why out of a 6-week program, I've built in 2 action implementation weeks for you, so you're not rushed and you actually get stuff done. That's how the program actually unfolds. And when you join the program, you actually will get to go, I'm saying actually a lot, huh? Okay, so I'll stop trying to say that. But when you join the program, you'll go into your members area and you will see a calendar there of all the module dates, all the live call-in dates, everything you need will be right there. So make sure you look into those different tabs because I've outlined everything for you to make it really easy and clear. Great question.
Okay, perfect. And actually, I just saw one from Mag, and Mag says, oops, I thought I completed my order just before the clock finished. Could I still get the bonus? And Mag, since you completed before the webinar is done, you will definitely get the fast action bonus, no problem.
Very cool.
Okay,
Awesome.
all right. So let's see, the next one is from Carrie. And Carrie asked, what's the real difference between Profit Lab and FB Influence? How do I know which is best for me? Thanks.
Oh, I love this question. This is an important one. So I have other smaller programs out there about Facebook marketing, and FB Influence is one of them. And that program is really great to understand everything that's available to you on Facebook. So we go into all the bells and whistles and just I give you a good overview about Facebook marketing. So it's for that person that just has really no solid understanding yet about what's on Facebook. And it really helps you get familiar. But the reason why I created the Profit Lab, which is my signature program, I created it after I created FB Influence, is because I knew people needed more specifics. I needed to dive in deeper. Although I love to explain what's available on Facebook, what I really want to do is say, let's do this to get you these results. So with the Profit Lab, it's about your business. All my other smaller programs are about Facebook. The Profit Lab is about your business and how it can work with Facebook. So we get into your audience, what they need, who your fans are. I'm going to teach you a trick inside the Profit Lab of how to do a search to find out where your Facebook fans are also spending time on Facebook. Like what other Facebook pages are they frequenting often? Then I'm going to teach you how to target those other Facebook pages to bring those fans over to your Facebook page. Sounds a little sneaky, completely white hat, meaning I'm not doing anything tricky. I'm kind of a safety kind of person. I don't break the rules to get you results on Facebook. I'm paranoid. So with that, we're going to do only the things that really are within the guidelines. But that kind of strategy I just taught you, completely within the guidelines and really valuable. So I tell you all of this because with the Profit Lab, we're going to get specific and go for total immersion, meaning we're starting out right away with your Facebook marketing plan. If you do the work, if you show up regularly and do the work with me, you will have a Facebook marketing plan. So that's what I'm most excited about. It's about your business and taking action to create your strategy.
Okay, great. Now, Meg would like to know what time zones will you have the webinars?
Okay, so the live Q&A calls, which are webinars because I show my screen, they all are on Thursdays starting May 8th at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So I say California time because that's where I'm from, but 12 p.m. Pacific. So what I use, and I think Rebecca probably knows this link because we always get this question, and I'm terrible, here's a little secret about me, I am terrible with time zones. I confuse them all the time. So Rebecca has this link, if you would put it in the dashboard, Rebecca, with the time converter that we like to use, so you can see what time that means for your business. Now, for your business, for where you live. And I'll tell you that it might not be an ideal time for you, and that's why I record it. As I mentioned, most people don't show up live to the live Q&As. They just send their questions in to make sure I answer them live, and then they just catch the recording. What we're going to do now with the recording, which is something really cool, is when you go in and you get the recording of the live Q&A, I'm going to list which questions I answered and at what time frame I did that. So you can actually look at the questions and think, no, I don't need that. I need that one. And you can forward to where I talk about that question. Pretty cool, right? So we're going to kind of timestamp your Q&As just to make it as easy as possible for you. But again, I'm terrible with time zones. I got to tell you, my grandma lives in Nevada, and there is a time in Nevada where literally it's 1 hour difference if you literally step over a street. And every single time I get the time zone wrong and I have to take her to church, and I get her to church 1 hour late every single time. I just cannot get it straight where she lives. So ever since then, I say, do not ask me about time zones. I cannot figure them out. Go use the converter. So just a little info about me. What do you got for me, Rebecca?
Okay, great. Well, Lisa would like to know, will this still apply to people in the UK?
Oh, 100%. So the whole concept, we got to really think like big picture strategy for your business. The whole concept of how you post on Facebook and when you post, and also, getting names and emails, that works across, countries for sure. Where it gets confusing if all of your audience is in a very specific, like if you're in a different language and there's nuances in that country that maybe I don't know. It's come up maybe once in the last 3 years. And if that's the case, we'll work through it. 99.9% of you, no matter where you are in the world, this will translate very well for you.
Okay, perfect. All right, the next one is about opt-in giveaways. And the question is, in the Profit Lab, do you help us figure out the best opt-in giveaway for our business? I'm having a challenge trying to figure out what I should give away.
Great question. And this will be our last one because we're definitely getting up to almost 2 hours. So that's pretty long. So